check, sound check. Sound 가져가 봐. Sound check. It's good. Yeah. 다 뺀 데리길레름드 그쪽에 voice Yeah, I'm done with the sound check. Let's go. First Kachpini. Let's go to the Twitter. See. Woohoo! Is Bitcoin in the disbelief stage? Anaina seme. High chance. High chance. Three 10:30 na 10 na chinalu Jackson Hole Lamgi meeting. Most people have no idea what's about to happen today. There was speech at Jackson Hole today, the biggest annual Fed meeting. There more people there. Okay, nothing much. Let's see here. 1,000 of you.
The Bali trip in the group chat is finally getting real.
2.1
better credit.
billion.
All you'll be experiencing is FOMO.
Okay.
Good thing there's credit spark from Intuit Credit Karma. It helps you build credit history using the bills
Crazy.
you already pay for free.
The most
helping you
important
build
is
up
in
your
the
credit
circle,
so you
I
can set
think
your
so.
sights on a new rewards card and experience the trip.
Bitcoin is facing the
IRA.
most important resistance of this cycle. The 50
Download
week moving
Intuit
average
Credit
sits
Karma
at
and
81k,
activate
the
credit
line
spark
that
today.
has separated bull markets from bear markets throughout Bitcoin history. Bitcoin dropped 54% this cycle, less than 2018-2022 crashes, but the trend green D15 or 50
And when you're looking
200
for a post-breakfast snack to tide you over till lunchtime, try Velveeta Energy Snack Bites. They're a good source of fiber and come in delicious flavors. Like
Oh, that
banana
happened, my
chocolate
bad.
with
That
sunflower
means
seeds.
mush.
Find
It
Velveeta
did
at
not
your
happen
local store
here.
today.
Okay, stock market check better again. Let's check on the stock market. CNBC. Take me to your side. Take me to your side. Dow Jones, S&P. Looks green. Nasdaq even at the Malujude. Otherwise, it's fine. So shush. It happened. Let me check my life. live stream kada be juda taginam. Okay, sounds good. Sound is good. Okay, let's go. Weekly analysis in Bitcoin weekly analysis. So ngachi tarikachi tani sawachin ani di bear market bottom ina si. The bear market bottom se one wadetash ma ani di hama 22-23 bear market neme. So ani di ngachi this time low ina or nale as mata chong si or low subscribe yonga se. Tati tani gitten lu pumugule tool up the lujometu, so I have to based on something. So based on history, let's watch this too. I need to study. So history to the lu 15k hema last bear market. The current bear market member last bear market nalu gi bottom the anime. If you watch closely, and the candle cut the within a bone. The similarities find beneath similarities. Machi analyze candle, otherwise as candle the lahaduva onigi. See, you don't get in the bull market. On a bull market too, this is close, but I don't think so. At 24, still I need 26 but it's 26, but 26. So these are like indication bear market ki low. Confirm the kage bemisub 100% the kage lamisub. Deeper the low, I have additional data to proof. For me, I think that's the bottom. That's the bottom. Lokyunga Michel Lokomachimush, it could go around here. 49.50 Ginalu. The for me, for now, this is the bottom. There are a lot of factors. The Chidi Kachim Sojintash Hemagi Anale Zecoin, consolidated pay, Drinkadu Zeastu. So if we watch here, let's see. If you watch here, Analu Taudalu, Kachitons Besawachin, Dash, another resistance, support, another big support, another support break acid, then it acted as resistance, and then finally broke through the resistance. And Hemagi previous bear market cycle. Bear market. Tangachi had catch bedi happen. Let's watch the current scenario. The current scenario nalo watch this. Watch this. The only break over the this is Katina Kanim live stream discuss this area is very crucial. Up to the change of character benign but higher, lower, high, equal high, then higher, high. So I change in structures longba. So any change in structure we go from downtrend to an uptrend. So I need make or break down the MBS and nomenagidi. Let's see. Another resistance pe halam check be mush then it broke through the resistance, came back, then it turned into any resistance, it turned into support, Another chunguji on benu, another support break benu, and then turned into resistance and resistance. Catch Tome by Catch Tome similarities. Now all is left is to do this pump. Any pump the same Chavachin 183. Next bull market na do. Juni chance. So ngagi tenlo the bottom in as like there's a lot of indication. It's a bottom and a short squeeze history na mongi short squeeze yani candle day. So there's no reason for me to not believe.
Bring fall color to your home with plants, planters, and gardening essentials.
The chart is telling us. Chart
was $4.98. Now on special buy, just
so bear market around see. So that's like weekly. Let's go to daily. Daily nalu. The daily nalu same story. Same story. There's a order block here. Supply side level to and I really had a hard time here.
Oh, can I use your ATM? My dog walker only takes cash.
Anything for a
This
neighbor?
time kadimchi spend be anahibchin hema sale do session. And same happen when you chance sale do session because we spend a lot of time here. Should not be then this is laptop me feb drawbill. Febinach drawbill ra kogitenu febki 0.5.60 anchi na me. So I'm the retrace bewatching say. So the new bottom new bottom that and bottom with you but lower low chapniki chance still like me said man chance to do but then right now we're looking good for upside getting low. Again same thing. Order block. Any order blocks. Analu as time spent beyond Alaptusumbe. Right now it's just been a week. The motion is daily 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 a week. 1 big jochira and a huge pump to 1 big jochira. So much to do Analumash Dimchitum, ya job, ma job. Anyway, sideways as it's a T baby. Then most probably it's gonna go like this. Kaboom. Kaboom. Super. The another breakout digi. Let's see the target. Easy target and easy target. Not so complicated. Target the lash mush. The only breakout the target na look again. Another breakout podulu. Anchi cham na mush. The kadim chibe analu same thing. Kadim chibe it has to consolidate. Consolidate baby. 10 George. We're looking for 100k. 100k. Next target. 100k. Anyway, villa. Tamlu Judy. Now let's go a bit deeper. 4 hours can I again. 4 hours can I look of the loom. I've been watching on a 4 hours chart. Antadredi 4 hours ki chart na look at from bede. Forget about another kamata gara. Forget. High, higher high, higher high. Low, higher low, higher low. So 4 hours ki time frame na the market is in a uptrend. Tadi betul ngai short ci chapci. Short dikati bi chapci sewacin. Lagi tu sip sewe chai bate. Short dikati le chapci sewacin. Check this out. Check this out. Andul kachna week kash week kadete yano. Week. Andul likidu sip slavi. So look at the sip teacher it's pointing towards the other direction. Ya side no sip chawachin ma jo is signal temi. And the ma side no sip chawachin mush ya side no jo is signal temi. Suppose and the malu sip pedalo amagi stop loss this car hunt betam nawade. Then it goes up. And you sip yelemata sip pedalo mata. Probability. It's all about probability. Attara happen beunga 100%? No. Fake Jovi. They might try another breakout here. Mushtin or a fake beung or maybe like real breakout thunga mishi. That's it. And bindigi short jitsui 4 hours kinalu better jitsui. And candle close to the luci. So my stop loss is gonna be this high. And candle the close to the Tsutsubi. And candle the close to Chin. I entered the short. The risk reward, the mush risk reward ratio. Katisha is watching Harigit Lady. 50 Tristman level to Kushai. You can go down. Sungagi take profit TPD Anjane. Anjane Vila. Tuga. That's fine. Anabi update watching. So this is for 4 hours. Let's do 15 minutes get away. Look at this 15 minutes. Chikicha Zena Kapcha se time. Chikicha Zena 20 minutes, maybe 10 more minutes, and then I'll end my stream. Then okay, 15 minutes. Catch me 15 minutes. 1 minute not is it again. I don't like the volume. Volume in the water. Paper trading is better,
Tell
yeah.
me about your weekend, Leo.
Well, my sister wants to go
Paper
camping, so
trading
my parents took us in our Nissan Pathfinder to a mountain trail.
Thank you, Leo.
No, it's not over yet. My brother wanted to explore some caves, so we drove up several steep hills, and then we
With
took
its V6 engine and 9-speed automatic transmission, the Nissan Pathfinder can power your adventure. That's why Nissan is
before
Consumer
that-
Guide's most awarded brand, 5 years in a row. The V6-powered Nissan Pathfinder.
Before that, let's update my portfolio. Soon,
Consumerguide.com.
public limited.
Nothing beats tradition, like Sunday family dinners at Grandma's. And
So we're down.
crafted with masa
Today
made the
we're down.
traditional
Today
way,
we're
starting
down.
with
We're down.
whole
We're down.
kernels.
We're down.
No artificial
Everything is down.
colors,
Bitcoin
flavors,
is
or
down.
preservatives. Just
Doge is
amazing
down.
flavors worth
Ethereum,
gathering around. Worthy of Mom's signature
Sol is down. WIF is
That's
down.
the Tostitos
XRP
way.
is down.
Tostitos.
Everything is
Tradition
down.
matters.
In total, like I'm down 180 bucks for now. With the 1030 nalu namsen volatile jo. 1030 ki volatility di namse shimeme eten bini. Chigicha zina zina saying melody. And a little clone beneath me the mush, I don't like that. Clone. Chigicha Zeno. Get the video that leave it to sip chop and then go upside like that. I never watching out, yo. Like a short day. Goldie 46 Kuzu, S&P, Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Solana, Doge, Pengu's down 3%. Sui, Whiff thing I another 200 the G swing. Come to town with the Matari. 23, 8% down, huh? I'm waiting for 10%. With 23, that's nahi. Another something ba. Sony line now the look near it by 200 kitty. With the same sweep, the sweep job, the sweep. It's a clear sweep here. And with the downside key probability high will we. Then just watch Benny chart watch we'll see. I don't think I can trade. True go through the man million good times do I profit room. God damn it. Another tribe in the destroy. That's $1 million in profit. It's not a joke. Dubadulu money makes money, so probably he had like a couple $1 million. Maybe $1 million. 100% charge in 1 million so much. 1,083,705. God damn. That's a lot of profit. Crypto ruble about to speculate and 10 no ni me 10 no ni me Kevin Walsh ki speech the Jackson Holes no important event chimbe central bank ki like CEO chairman this Karacha will decide on economic goals there. I don't really know, but that's what I would guess. They will discuss about economics, not war. Crypto Saraski Kislame. Bitcoin's next bull market could start here. It already started, my friend. 주기자 제나 디치치 더 거시 아니 Hanımci dergilerimdi. I'm to end the road today. I think it's half an hour. Half an hour juga. Oh my god. Half an hour. Half an hour tiyastu. So 10-15 since Guinea, then I'll end my stream.
At Salino Law, we'll
Won't
make
they
it
be
tough
me
on the
Maria
insurance
lah
company while making it easier on you.
with another 50 200 kitchen.
Call the eights.
New York, Connecticut, New Jersey.
800 kitchen.
Juggling is a pretty cool hobby.
To get buy
Juggling
market
payments,
na
not so
biwashin.
much. When you have multiple monthly payments, all with different due dates, it's easy to drop the ball.
200 kinyan
That's when a
biwashin.
personal loan comes in to save the day.
125
With
to it.
Intuit Credit Karma, you can find one
So
that
100
consolidates your
ditch
debt into just one
100 dish
manageable
100
monthly
times.
payment. That way
20
you're
bucks
putting
each
control
month.
back into your hands and
Not so good, not
savings
so good.
back into your pockets. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Mm. Mm. Honeybee, let's see now. 저기 CNBC グツだのでなんでダメそばでがちもうダメってはずどうだ
If you're running your own business, you need Symphony.
When digesting, again, what Warsh just said, I would like to see this show a little bit more strength here.
Sold down.
One trade, just like NVIDIA
텐도
yesterday,
따면
it did that one shot up.
sold down.
If you just waited for it to reclaim the volume when it actually it's good for the rest of the day. But it hasn't done it yet, so we're going to be very, very patient with it. So far, so good. And then another headline, I stand here committed to discipline, not a decision. What else? What else do you expect?
Yeah.
It's a nothing burger, but we expected nothing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I think that's the key
That was
thing,
the
right? It's all about expectation. The market is all about expectations, nothing else. I mean, we can just sit here and predict whatever we want, but once the market's actually out, you can see how the reaction is. So I don't think, we sat here.
여기 라이프 클로스업 다운으로 버링이 들어요.
A framing from my former mentor George Schultz. To cite the clearest example, progress in AI, 80-year-old name for the newest technology, has been faster even than its evangelists predicted just a couple of years ago. The potential for substantially higher growth is on the rise.
Please don't call him evangelist.
Ever-expanding pools of capital pouring into AI-related infrastructure of all sorts. Kind of super Moore's law seems to be playing out. Scaling laws, too, are changing both the method and speed of innovation. Capital and labor have combined to create large language models at the heart of AI. Users buy tokens to gain access to these models. Reports put annualized token sales for the two leading labs alone at more than $100 billion, an increase of 500% from just 12 months ago.
What's the ticker, Kev?
We at the Fed, we watch all this attentively. We recognize that AI is a new variable, potentially a new factor of production that will have consequences both for the economy and for the conduct of monetary policy. It opens up some major lines of inquiry. Will the application of AI cause a significant sustained rise in productivity across the economy? If so, when? Will token usage be complementary or competitive to labor? Will the next generation of AI models demand even greater capital intensity too? Or will the models themselves help devise a capital-light solution? Among the other yet unknowns is the resulting market structure. Who gets to make the money? It's not obvious where the returns on capital will land, or on what timescale. Early on, how much of the surplus goes to owners of scarce assets? Labs, chip makers, or energy producers?
Bitcoin.
Cloud providers. Over time, how much of that value accrues to businesses? Consumers? And importantly, what are the implications for workers and for the employment side of the Fed's mandate? Likewise, we don't yet know the equilibrium price of the tokens that give access to these models. The heterogeneity of tokens, such that growing sums will be paid for the access to the best models, those at the frontier? Will token prices for older models fall to the level of their marginal cost? Well, we'll be thinking through these matters with the help of a task force on productivity and jobs. My early check-ins with the leaders of that task force and the rest were very encouraging. To be clear, though, their recommendations will come later and have no bearing on decisions we make in the
Market doesn't like it.
But I believe
Market
that
doesn't like it.
policy challenges, this intellectual investment today will leave us much better prepared for tomorrow. Next, let me say a word about forward guidance and its substances. As our task forces go about their work, as you might know, I'm not waiting to introduce innovations at the Fed to help make us fit for purpose. To highlight one example, I've set out to change the form and function of the Fed chairman's so-called forward guidance. You might know about my long-time discomfort with early pronouncements of future policy decisions. I much prefer another path, and now we'll make the case for it. Transparency in communications about future policy decisions is not an end unto itself. Communications must be in service of the Fed's paramount responsibility. What is that? It's getting policy right. Forward guidance as a regular practice was adopted by my colleagues and me during the global financial crisis. It was essential at the time, and we introduced it with much fanfare. But as with other legacies of crises past, I believe the practice has outstayed its welcome. In normal times, the role of forward guidance should be limited, circumscribed. Otherwise, it risks creating ambiguity in the name of clarity. Oversharing policy deliberations, and overcommitting to future decisions can lead markets, businesses, and households astray. I believe when policymakers make quasi-commitments on interest rates throughout the cycle, we inhibit our own freedom to make the right calls when it's time to decide. To get policy right, we also need to get the relationship right between the central bank and financial markets. The Fed needs clear market signals, as unfiltered as possible, from market internals, from the level and change in asset prices across sectors, the prices and trading volumes of Treasury securities, foreign exchange value of the dollar, cost and availability of credit, broad set of commodity prices. These and other indicators should inform the Fed's near-term outlook on economic activity and inflation throughout the business cycle. They should also reveal the state of broader financial conditions and the risks and uncertainties of the financial cycle. At the same time, market participants themselves should be tracking real information about the real economy. They should draw their own conclusions, form their own expectations, things like output, employment, and inflation. And they too should stay sharply attuned to risks. In my view, the Fed should be humble and never naive. The Fed plays an essential role in the economy. Our tools are powerful. We determine the path of short-term interest rates, and market participants will always try to anticipate what we will do next. But we should not indulge a regime in which market participants are looking primarily to the Fed for their next trade. The economic literature has long described the distorting effects, what it called the Hall of Mirrors problem. If markets rely materially on the Fed's guidance, and the Fed relies on market prices, we're more likely to be blinded to new developments, more likely to be caught unprepared, and more likely to commit errors in policymaking. Now, perversely, market participants are unlikely to bear the biggest costs of the Hall of Mirrors problem. Most serious harm is likely to befall those without any financial assets. If the Fed gets inflation wrong, judges the economy wrong, gets the worst of it, not the financial high flyers. Hard-working Americans are the ones left to deal with inflation that's too high, or jobs that suddenly appear less secure. So, if forward guidance is ill-suited to normal times, how about the new Fed chief commits at a meeting just like this to some explicit reaction function? Surely he could tell us his interest rate path, if, say, the data were to come in hot or cold. Well, I wish our understanding of the economy were so precise as to provide a mechanical, tried and true answer. That some simple function, like a Taylor rule, could be rigorously relied on. But our knowledge just does not extend that far.
It's said a lot
At least not yet.
to just say, I don't know what
Other
AI is going to do to the
factors most
economy.
relevant to the proper conduct of monetary policy, they change over time.
Okay, anyway, market doesn't like it. Because the hawkish sound bedelo. So, Katabilabru, the regular MD, Adam Chibichu to me. Alumni